The starting lineup for the first of our series semi-finals is complete. Napalm, Mace, Mortis, Behemoth, Kilotron, and last week's winner, Panic Attack. But with 6 more heats to come, there's still everything to fight for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our master of disaster, Craig Charles.
Now, if you listen to the Japanese, you'd hear that good things come in small packages. The Discman, the Game Boy, Kylie Minogue. And this is all great news for Orientals with puny wedding tackle, but it's basically wrong. Because good things come in huge, great containers with very large thing written on the side in 6-foot-high red letters. Indeed, here on Robot Wars, size is everything, beauty is nothing. If Birmingham was a robot, it'd be a force to be reckoned with. As are our 6 robots waiting in the pits, about to do battle for a place in our series semi-finals. Be warned, they're not very pretty, but they are big.
First, from Bodmin Community College and reigning champion, Roadblock.
Returning meaner and tougher, completely rebuilt in aluminium rather than steel. The circular saw blade teeth tipped with tungsten. You'll hear a police 2-tone siren when it attacks. What you see are road signs on the outer shell.
From Bedford, Onslaught.
A stainless steel shell, titanium rear axle and aluminium wheels may beef up Onslaught. The wedge weapon can flip and overturn. The mild steel spikes at the rear carry a sting in the tail. But a 2-metre turning circle looks sluggish for this family team.
From Dublin, Nemesis.
Another old favourite is back with the boys from the Irish Air Corps. Boggle, bloodshot eyes, a mad leering grin and dressed in lurid polka dot scarlet fur. The robot, that is. Look out for the saw blade at the rear and the new slicing lobster claws at the front, all rolling on wheelchair and caster wheels.
From Herworth near Darlington, Rocks.
Radio-operated combat system, Rocks, driven by Colin Sievers, painted by wife Jackie and worked on by 7-year-old son Carl, the youngest robotier here. This bot demolished a neighbour's fence in training. The wheels and motor are from a wheelchair. The front lift can raise 75 kilos.
From Hinckley, Limpert.
This machine can operate even when it's flipped upside down on 163-centimetre tracks made from motorcycle chains. The batteries, motors and speed controller come from a wheelchair. The chassis frame is steel. The 6-inch diameter front saw has spikes, but it costs just £28 to build.
From Oxford, Kilohertz.
The main features on this polycarbonate protected speed machine, its top lick of 15 miles an hour, and its pneumatic 7-pound custom-made steel axe generating 800 kilos of force. 2 24-volt electric motors drive the rear wheels. This is highly thought of down in the pits, Craig.
Gorillas slap their chests, cats arch their backs, Prince Naseem rips off his shorts. Let's see how our robots show their anger in the first of our 3 rounds.
The gauntlet this week is new and improved. As ever, each contesting robot must make the dangerous dash between the start line and the end zone in as fast a time as possible. But this week, for added value, we've introduced the Sentinel. Ever-present and menacing, it sweeps the floor in a wide arc. Now, a timely dash could get the robot to the end zone safely. An untimely one could get it spiked.
Roboteers, stand by.
The first competitor, the champions, Roadblock. And Kinetron's on the run! It's piggyback time! They're in and underneath Kinetron! No! It's all over! Roadblock the winner!
Inside we've had quite an improvement really. We've got brand new wheelchair motors, petrol-driven disc cutter, and all the electronics are in the front this time. That's pretty much it.
3, 2, 1.
Ender Blewett and Chris Kinsey are back then with technology teacher Peter Kinsey, and it looks as if they're going to take on the Sentinel with a little dash of speed. The wheels, tyres from a wheelchair, went for the burst of speed, pronged by the Sentinel, held up here. The 2-tone siren you can hear there is a police siren. Robot uses it while on the attack. It's defending there, but through. Oh, my goodness me, nearly steered into the pit of oblivion. Torched, but through. The champions are safe.
Roadblock, go to the platform. Well, you didn't seem to have any problems there, did you?
That thing's huge.
It is big, but you just slip by it. You slip by. Are you feeling confident? You won the last war. Do you think you're going to win this one?
Well, we really want to make Sir Killalot's acquaintance. We'll look out for him in the next round.
All right. Well done, lads. See you in the next round.
There's confirmation. Roadblock completing the course. No problems for the reigning champs.
How did winning Robot Wars change your lives?
Well, it's given us something good to put on our CVs for university application, and well, it was an experience we won't forget. I mean,
Well, I want to know, have women been throwing themselves at you now? I don't want to know about CVs.
I wouldn't. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that. We've had a bit more attention. I'd say that.
You seem to be hanging around our pits a lot more than since.
Oh, no.
Roboteers, stand by.
The silver-shaped ski slope onslaught.
Our main power unit is a forklift engine, forklift electric motor, which will give us around about 30 miles an hour flat out, but we will only be doing about 8 miles an hour when we're actually competing.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
8 miles an hour, you hope. Alan Wood, David Wood, father and son, and Peter Holland taking on the Sentinel. There's that mighty pronged assault ram weapon pinning onslaught against the side fence. 15-year-old David, the student at Westfield School, Queen's Park in Bedford, driving through though. Ooh, but Dead Metal was waiting. A change from the first run. In comes Dead Metal to churn up the steel chassis and into the pit of oblivion.
Come up to the podium. Well, you got past this big, great clunking thing. But then Dead Metal sorted you out and then bang into the pit.
Be wonderful, wasn't it? I enjoyed that, actually.
Your robot doesn't seem to have much grip.
Did try to put some tyres on it, but they came off.
The tyres came off?
Yes.
Think you can sort something out if you get through to the next round?
Oh, I'm sure we can, yes.
Give them a round of applause. Good luck, lads.
Enough distance gained. The Sentinel plucking and pushing to oblivion. But 10.5 metres, I think that'll be okay.
Roboteers, stand
Nemesis
by.
back again. One of the most sporting teams from the last wars. The Nemesis boys all want to go into space and they're in the air! They're in the air! And they're on fire!
We've done very little changes. It's more or less the same machine with the pneumatic ram that should put some holes in some of the other robots. And we've got the same motors and gearboxes that we had last year too.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
The gauntlet course seems deadlier and deadlier, and Nemesis smiles through it all and immediately veers towards the ram rig here, squeezing in on the left-hand side towards the circular saws to rip up and churn that bright scarlet fur, and waiting there again for them, and he loves them, is Sergeant Bash. He loves a flick, a lick of flame to torch and burn and sizzle fur. And Nemesis stuck. Go on, boys, on fire again! Smoking! Nemesis! Burning! On fire! Waiting for them is Killalot too! Oh my goodness me! Hopes up in flames! Killalot and Dead Metal squeezing in! Burning, boggling Nemesis eyes! But I think they've just done enough.
Well, guys, you went out in a ball of flames in the last war. I would have thought you'd learned.
Well, if you're going to cover a robot for you might as well take the fire, you know.
I thought you were going to use some flame-proof material or something.
Not at all. Burn it, that's what I say. Burn it all to hell.
Well, you made it to the end zone. We'll see you in the next round.
You can put yourself out there.
It needs help to be put out, but they completed the course. Nemesis on fire and through.
He's completely gouged you out there, isn't he?
That's 2mm stainless steel. Those pinches are sharp.
I'll tell you what, if you've got some sausages handy, you could do them quickly
I'm
now.
going to put a barbecue on it later on. I'm going to put a kebab on it so we can later on finish it.
Roboteers, stand by.
The psychedelic rocks and 7-year-old Carl Sievers.
ROCKS. It just stands for Radio Operated Combat System. It has a 12-volt motor for the main drive system and also extra motors to drive the lift.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
So here comes the father and son team. Looks as if it's going backwards. This is the correct direction, driven by 44-year-old Colin, but it's a wide robot at 77 centimetres and always in danger here of being squeezed in the ram rig against the circular saws. They need to time the spurt to safety just right, and I think they have, although Sergeant Bash now comes in with the flaming torch, the circular saw, and look at that, Killalot and Dead Metal. They're all ganging up on this near side. Can they get it onto the flaming pit? Flipped up by Killalot. Oh dear, immobilised, young Carl.
Well, how do you think that went for you then?
Not too good, really. We didn't do as well as we expected. A little bit bashed.
Come here, young man, come here. How old are you?
7.
You're 7. Well, what were you doing?
Working the forklift.
Working the forklift. Are you enjoying Robot Wars so far?
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to make the next round?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, your dad's not so sure. We hope you make it, though. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rocks team.
Very, very popular, the Rocks team, of course. 8.8 metres. Just wonder if that'll be enough.
How'd you go on, Dad?
Well, not too good, really. We got a bit of a bashing. A few repairs, I would think. See what we do. See what the rest do.
What else has happened?
Quite a bit of damage, really, isn't there?
Few scratches.
Do you think you're through to the next round?
Yeah.
I hope so.
We'll see.
Roboteers, stand by.
Limpet next up with John Denny and John Freeman.
Inside the unit, we have two 24-volt wheelchair motors, driven by a wheelchair power motor, and two batteries, two 12-volt batteries parallel to give us 24 volts.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
So Killalot awaits at the end of the central route in the gauntlet. Limpet, 28 centimetres high, 75 centimetres wide, 100 centimetres long, takes on the ramp and takes on Killalot. Well, takes on Killalot, crashed by Killalot. He's on top, on board. Is there a loaf of bread there on the back of Limpet I saw? They stuck some sort of bagel or baguette on the back there, haven't they? Yes. Well, they want the prestige and they want the dough from Robot Wars! And one of the tracks is simply snapped! Oh, that's punishing and painful.
The Limpet team, joined the podium, John Denny and John Freeman. How do you feel about that? You just gave a piggyback to a Killalot for a start.
Well, yeah, we've got to give him a hand along, you know, it's sort of not very fast, and but we'd help him along.
You almost made the end zone, but...
Yeah, we were looking forward to some toast, actually, but didn't get that far.
He took your tracks off as well, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a bit of a repair job there, I think.
Have you got any spare tracks?
Good welder will sort it, no problem.
Will he?
Yeah, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Limpet team! Cheers, guys!
Stuck in there like a limpet. And sticking in there. 10.8 metres, they're through. Rocks look suspect.
Look what naughty Sir Killalot did.
Yeah, it's got plan B. You know, we sort of put some more links in or change the design a bit to confuse everybody.
You can do that.
Well, if we get through, we can do that. If not, we'll go home.
Roboteers, stand by.
The last in the heat, kilohertz.
Powered by two 1200-watt Bosch industrial motors. The main weapon is a large axe, pneumatically powered by a large cylinder developing about 800 kilograms of force, which does this.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Powerful and quick with John Reed, Dominic Parkinson and Rebecca Reeston Brown, and a good surge, but it's taking on the Sentinel. Oh, well timed! Off the line by Dead Metal, but did they cross the line? Come on, judges, I'm sure they were through. Dead Metal pushed them back, and Dead Metal hurt. They're in the pit. Look at the damage they've caused. But did they do enough there? This is controversial.
What happened there?
It went wrong. We got stopped by that heavy house robot at the end.
Dead Metal got hold of you, but I think at one stage you did make it into the end zone, did you not?
I hope so,
Yeah,
maybe we made it.
It's a very fast robot, isn't it?
Yeah, I was hoping to demonstrate its speed. It is quite fast, yeah.
Okay, well, you've probably done enough to get into the next round. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause.
Thank you.
Killalot team. Very speedy robot. It's going nowhere in the pit, though, is it?
Craig. The judges say they didn't complete, but 10.6 metres enough. Rocks and young Carl out.
We might be back. As they say. Come on then. We'll go and have a drink and a sulk.
So how's fixing going on Limpet?
We're a bit short on time.
You haven't fixed that chain yet, have you?
No, no.
You haven't got long.
We'll limp home.
The weapons aren't actually activated yet, no. They're not working.
Next round.
Trying to make them as fireproof as possible.
You sure it's not just silver sticky back plastic?
Oh no, this is plywood behind there covered in aluminium tape. So it'll be enough to keep the flames off for about 2 minutes.
One robot down, one more to go in the trials. You see, it's time for us to bowl you over with our next challenge. Just your average game of Skittles. But on Robot Wars, the bowling balls are bionic, and the Skittles are industrial-sized barrels. And the only spares are the body parts needed afterwards. Now, all our contestants have to do is knock down as many barrels as possible in the time allowed. The robot that knocks down the fewest barrels is kicked out of the contest. It's all about wanton destruction, and we love it. Let the trials begin.
Roboteers, stand by.
Roadblock, first up.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Here come the champions. Attacking the Skittles head on. The house robots can't go into that triangle exclusion zone. They want to go in there for safety. Like that, you see. They can do. And roadblocks shovel at the front, creating damage and mayhem. Oh, look at the barrels tumbling here. This is a great run by the defending champions. They've nearly obliterated the whole of the Skittles triangle. Get out of there, Killalot. Great run by the champions.
Come on to the podium. Well, you've got to be happy with that, surely.
Not too bad, but not as well as we'd hoped. We're just hoping that's enough to get us into the arena. We're looking forward to some fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roadblock.
Well, let's see how many barrels were knocked down. 34 sets the benchmark. Will that be enough?
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Here comes Onslaught. That wedge, suitable for Skittles, if they can get away from Sergeant Bash. Young David Wood, who loves design and technology, needs to get in there, burrowing away with the barrels. He loves his basketball, he loves driving remote control cars, and that's good steering and good pace and good damage. Tremendous stuff here by the Onslaught team. Using its 76 kilos as well to push those barrels down. Bash comes in for revenge. And dead metal, but I think they may have done enough.
Well, you sorted out your grip problems from the first round, didn't you?
Oh, a little bit. It seems a lot better at the moment. It's still twitching away, mind you. I'll have to find out what's gone wrong there.
That was an awesome performance.
Yeah, good. Excellent.
You're obviously through to the arena. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. The Onslaught team.
I should say, tremendous performance by Onslaught. 57 barrels.
Roboteers, stand by.
Boys from Ireland, oh, with patched up Nemesis.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Nemesis, what a pathetic and sorry sight. What great competitors. Nudging, nosing, Nemesis. The spikes, the prongs, the lobster claws, all coming into effect here, though. The saw blade at the back of the robot. Bash tries a little lick of flame, but too far away, says Nemesis. Peter Redmond, John Kinnan, Joe Gavin and William Murphy, the teammates. Spinning, not creating that much destruction by spinning. Look at the barrels down! In come the St. Box ambulance men.
Nemesis! Go to the platform. Well done, lads. How do you feel about it?
Oh, well, we gave it our best shot. We weren't really designed well for pushing over barrels, but...
Well, you seemed to take a good few of them out, though, didn't you?
We pushed a few of them out of the ring, but we didn't knock them over.
And you're on fire again now?
Still on fire.
Still on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, Nemesis, give them a round of applause. Well done.
Broiled and toasted, ripped apart. 38 barrels is enough. Look at Roadblock now.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Kilohertz, the Formula One of our robots. Oh, look at that power and pace! Straight through the skiffles. They're tumbling already. I think they've already done enough here. Kilohertz. Tremendous run. Turning, twisting. They haven't even brought the axe into play yet. I think they're going to get them all down. They should get them all down. What's happened now, though? Why have they got out of the triangle? That's suicide because Killalot closing in here. And Sergeant Bash. And Dead Metal. What a curious decision to come out of the triangle.
A fantastic run. What happened there?
It's stuck in reverse. There's a problem with the speed controller.
Well, you made the mistake of leaving the triangle and you got sort of penned in over there as well.
No, it just got stuck in reverse. It just went straight out backwards. I couldn't control it.
But the speed of your robot.
It's nice, isn't it?
Fast.
I'm just really sad I didn't get the hammer working.
Hopefully we'll have it working for the arena.
Yeah.
We'll see you there. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Kilohertz.
We said they looked dangerous throughout. They are through the initial surge enough, but the champions' roadblock could go out here.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Have they repaired those motorcycle chain tracks? Has it got enough speed and power? Well, it's slow progress, tunneling in here. The champions' roadblock look on very, very worried. John Denny and John Freeman. Steady progress. Only a few barrels tumbling here, and they've got themselves wedged in underneath, crawling. Caterpillar approach to the skittles from Limpet.
Cease.
This is going to be close.
Come on to the platform. Well, how do you think that went?
You're a bit slow.
It's kind of the game where you need a bit of speed so you can get as many battles as possible, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all we got.
Well, we don't know if you've done well enough to get through to the next round, but give them a round of applause anyway, ladies and gentlemen. The Limpet team.
Are the champions still in? Let's have a look. They are. Limpet only 23 barrels, and roadblock survive.
Well, news from the pits is that sadly it's home to Hinckley for the Limpet team, but thank you very much for coming. You did brilliantly. And the most relieved men in the building are the roadblock team, champions of the last war, and only just through to the next round.
2 robots have already been given compassionate leave, but the compassion stops here. Because the only way a robot leaves the arena is in a body bag. Usual rules apply. You've got to obliterate your opponent or immobilize them. If there's no clear winner, a decision will be made by our panel of judges. They'll be looking at style, control, aggression, and damage. In the words of the Supreme Being, Big Bada Boom.
The first of the semi-finals, Kilohertz against Roadblock.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Oh, Kilohertz, that's gruesome and ghastly. It's no teddy bear's picnic, that's for sure. Roadblock ill underneath Kilohertz. That will be a tactic, pushing them towards the perimeter patrol zone, where the house robots can now attack Kilohertz. That's good style, using the sword to push Kilohertz into that zone. In comes Shunt, it's pickaxe to pickaxe. Mighty power in the Kilohertz weapon. 800 kilos of force, but it was good style, good driving by the Roadblock champions. They veer away from danger. And Kilohertz in the PPZ doesn't seem to be able to get away. They're worried. I think they're immobilized, and in come the house robots. I don't think Kilohertz can move here. There's the Dead Metal camera. It seems to me they're immobilized. The teddy bear waits on top of the axe. It's almost inevitable they can't get away. They're being pushed and pushed and pushed towards the pit. They're in, they're out. The champions are through. Bye-bye, teddy bear.
Roadblock, up the platform. Kilohertz, come up the platform. Well, what went wrong?
I think I hit him too hard. I broke something.
I had you down as one of the favourites, but you got bashed.
Well, just broken. It was my own fault. Shouldn't have taken Roadblock on.
You got the axe working at least. Roadblock. One more fight, and you're through to the series semi-finals. You excited?
Very excited, yeah. Keep our fingers crossed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roadblock, give them a round of applause. Kilohertz, fight the dust. Cheers, guys.
Can anyone beat the champions? Roadblock through the second semi-final. Nemesis against Onslaught.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
The wedge on front of Onslaught here could be decisive if it can get in enough beyond those spikes and prongs and blades. Look at that. They've gone for the kibba. They're great, the boys from Ireland. They just love to be torched. Dead Metal has pinned Onslaught into the PPZ. Shouldn't have gone in there, boys. You're in danger now. Dead Metal's got you in the pincers. Across here is the Sergeant. Oh, good speed out. Taking on Nemesis again with the opens. Marvellous stuff. Onslaught. You won't want to take on Shunt, though. Nemesis just sitting there, really, towards the pin and finally in. The end for Nemesis.
Nemesis! Onslaught, come off the platform. Well, lads. What went wrong?
We just lost transmission. I don't know what it was. They just sat there.
You had a new fair job?
No, we were all ready.
What was that kebab doing on the front?
We were expecting a bit more from Bash, you know? A bit more flames.
Never mind, lads, never mind. Onslaught was good, wasn't it? I mean, you were the more aggressive all the way through as well.
That was the general idea. We didn't think we could stop him, actually, but it looks like we managed to burn something out.
Well, you took a bit of a bashing from the pendulum as well.
Doesn't seem to have done much damage. We'll find out when we get back to the pits.
We didn't want to have a go against was the big one, with Circular Lot.
Yeah.
He was the one we didn't want to bash with.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Onslaught. Nemesis bites the dust. And lucky lads.
And so to the final. Roadblock against Onslaught.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Roadblock, the champs and top seeds for Robot Wars. Onslaught just waiting. In comes Roadblock. Trying to lift it up again with that great scoop made from the roadside. Bash is behind. What can David Wood do for Onslaught, which seems immobilised? It's not moving here. There could be a problem. I think there is a problem. Look at that. It's smoking, and they know it, and they're punishing. If you're weak, you'll be victimised. It's as simple as that. By the Deadly House robots. Onslaught on fire. And all the Roadblock has to do now is avoid trouble. Oh, look for that showboating now. They're taking on the House robots. They know they're victorious. Pronged by Dead Metal. Pierced by Dead Metal. But surely the winners again. Roadblock.
Oh, Roadblock. Come on to the podium. Well, you won the last war. You're now through the series semi-finals. How do you feel?
It's feeling good. It's looking good.
Onslaught never really got going, though, did he?
I don't think that was fair. It would have been nicer to have a good bash with him, but it's the way it goes.
What, you wanted the right good rumble, but you didn't get one?
That's right. That's right. We had to put up the Shunt instead.
Are you going to make any modifications for the series semi-finals?
We've got a bit of work to do, yeah.
It looks like Dead Metal snapped our strummer shaft again, so we'll have to get that fixed.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. I'll show you my robot, you show me yours. The biggest one wins on Robot Wars. Good night.
It had a mind of its own on the start. It jumped backwards. We managed to get to move forwards. That was as far as it went.
How do you think that was?
Probably some of my wiring, I would think.
Yeah, we love it.